Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today is a super windy day, but I have to review a new drone from actually a new company. This is the Rate S30Pro. Boom! A little sub 250 3-inch 4S freestyle drone that's gonna compete with the Deep Space Seeker 3 and also the sub 250 Oasis Fly 3. Let's see if it's better than those. And actually it's the first time I hear about this company. I tried looking for the website, I didn't find it. They only sell it on Banggood, and actually I was contacted by Banggood themselves and not the company. So maybe it's some sort of collaboration. In the box you get two sizes of personalized battery straps, only one set of the usual HQ 3x3x3, a bag with a ton of 3D printed TPU parts, including a little GPS holder, another bag with probably the most amount of extra screws I have ever seen, 5 zip ties, some kind of adapter mount, and this is the first time I see screwdriver bits to service the drone. And finally it's time to take out the drone, which comes very secure inside these 3D printed shims. The frame has a squashed deck design. I still feel we're not gonna be able to see the propellers in the camera view. It feels quite stiff. The arms are 4mm top and bottom plate, 2mm carbon fiber. The front canopy is made of CNC aluminum. You see it's hollow. That's because you need to use the provided adapters. They are 3D printed in TPU and they will accommodate most cameras in the market. You also have an adapter for 14mm cameras. The other plastic parts are all 3D printed, including the side panels covering the flight controller. To remove them you need to push them up and then you can open and access the flight controller. This big 1505 4300 kV motors from Rate themselves. All the components in this drone are made from Rate, even the receiver, even the dual board F4 flight controller with 30 amps ESCs on the bottom. It also comes with a little buzzer. And it's always nice to see a USB-C plug. And boom, the 04 Pro is inside, and now the weight is 169 grams with the battery strap on top. This is very nice because it's less than the 178 they advertise on their website. Maybe that's the weight with the O3 system, but still it's very similar to the Deep Space 3-inch. And finally it's time to fly. I'm gonna use a 720 mAh 4S HV battery first. With this one we are sub 250 grams, and then a 850 mAh 4S. Okay, like there is a real ton of wind today. I guess you can hear it from my microphone, but this is you can see the drone is drifting. You can see this tree, but I mean, if this happens when you go fly, at least you know how the drone is gonna behave. I'm happy about a little bit of wind. Okay, it doesn't seem to have oh my god. It's just painful. It's moving my drone. So this battery is not freshly charged. Like, I believe the drone is flying great. It's just there is a ton of wind today. And again, this is my first time arming it and flying, so really first time spinning the propellers. I can see a slight amount of propellers in view, but it's gonna be stabilized away. You can see it in the DVR. It's just like 1mm of propellers. Nothing to worry about. I was concerned with the TPU mount of the 04 system, but it doesn't seem to have jello. I'm gonna have to watch the stabilized footage later. It's kind of late in the afternoon, so the chicken are home. I hope I can find one around, but this is not the right drone to do that. But fly-wise, it feels great. Even with all of this wind, it feels super similar actually to the Deep Space. And the nice thing, I just checked the price of this one, and it's like 104 euros. Of course, it comes without the 04 system. It comes without camera. You need to buy your own camera with this drone. But the price is incredible, because if you get the 04 Pro at 250 bucks, you are paying like 350 euros for this drone is not that bad. Yeah, I guess you are seeing it's flying very good. Even with all of this wind, I can feel totally at home. Yeah, it moves really, really nicely. We have been flying for, I don't have the timer. Wow, okay, I left the DVR that Rate put in this drone because it's the first time I see a DVR that's almost centered to the HD goggles, so I'm happy because it's always kind of wonky and slanted and I have to fix it. This time I'm happy. It's placed correctly. Okay, I guess we have to land really quite quickly. Total arm 4 minutes. Wow! Even with all of this wind and with a non-fresh battery, it really behaved nicely. They say it's gonna do around 6 minutes in good condition with one of these batteries, and I totally believe it. And now let's fly with the 850. Okay. It's quite power hungry. This is a bigger battery. I remember charging it like 3 days ago. It's very powerful, very fast. I'm going against the wind. This is the direction of the wind. Wow, very fast. It uses the same, that's why it uses the same propellers as the Deep Space, but it has 300 more kV in the motor, and the motors are quite big. They are 1505, the same as the Deep, like they are very similar. This one has a little bit higher kV, and that's why it goes slightly faster. But if you push, it's also a little bit more power hungry. Oh my god, this wind is botching all of my maneuvers. Oh, I am recording here. That was sketchy for a moment. Wow. It truly flies great. I hope it doesn't have any kind of vibration in the footage. I'm gonna try again, full power. It doesn't seem like it has. And there is a lot of wind, like this is probably one of the worst situations you can fly this drone in. And it's great. It's also very cheap, so, and you have aluminum, like, it doesn't look like they went cheap on it. I just was looking for the specs and I noticed how inexpensive it is. If you build it analog, it's gonna be 120 euros for this kind of drone, which is incredible. Maybe a little bit more, but you get the idea. If you get AU4 used, like, wow. This wind today is not allowing me to fly very clean. Of course, it's still a small drone, so don't expect crazy wind resistance. It's quite similar to the Deep Space in feeling. I just watched the stabilized video back and it doesn't seem to have any kind of issues, no jello, no stabilization artifacts. So it's gonna be a very easy review. I have to fully promote this drone. It flies perfect, it's built very well, you have good materials, aluminum, thick carbon, and it stabilizes great. I was skeptical initially on this 3D printed mount, but it does its job. So really great job, and the best part is way cheaper than the competition, so I feel like, and also it's more versatile. You can put whatever kind of cameras you want in here, so many people who want to build analog, who want to build walk snail, can build this drone for less. I understand they can make it cheaper by only making one version of this drone, and it's this. You have to provide your own camera, you have to provide your own GPS, and they only let you choose receivers at the back between TBS and Express LRS. And that's all for today. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Let me know what you think about this drone and what do you think about also this company, which is quite new. If you want to buy something, check out the links in the description below, because clicking on them, you help my channel a lot. And also, many times you find coupons. So stay safe and happy flying. Bye!